Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessie. I do bookish, planning, and lifestyle content here on YouTube. I am coming to you with my third trimester update slash Q&A video, and I'm quite excited because next week is 40 weeks, which is crazy. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. Let's start off with my symptoms this trimester so far. So dizzy spells, random dizzy spells, make no sense dizzy spells. They normally happen in the morning or in the afternoon. Hot flashes, like my body gets extremely hot. My face and lips, hands will go tingly. My head feels really light. I just feel like I need to lay down. They are, like I said, extremely random. There's no rhyme or reason. I drink tons of water. I did so before being pregnant, and now that I am pregnant, coming to the end of being pregnant, I've been drinking a ton of water. And so I know it's not dehydration. They normally happen after I eat, which is also weird. One of my OBs, because I go to a clinic, so it's a team of OBs, sent me for a echocardiogram, as well as I wore like a heart rate holster monitor for 72 hours. Came back totally fine. I didn't have one episode, of course, during wearing that the whole time, which was kind of good. I'm glad I didn't have one, but at the same time I wanted to have one so they knew, so we knew and had more information of what was going on when they were happening. That didn't happen, so that sucked. Night sweats. I get so hot at night now, it's ridiculous. I actually slept on the couch a few nights, or transferred to the couch a few nights, because it was so hot. I was so hot. My husband's like bundled in our covers. He has an extra blanket, and here I am like dying, sweating so bad because I'm so hot. And our couch is near two open windows, so at night mostly we open all the windows unless it's stifling hot, which it normally isn't, especially this summer here in Canada. But ooh, he's having a little dance party in there right now. Yeah, so hot flashes and night sweats, they're not fun. And then just back stuff. I've started physiotherapy, which has been really, really great, but sometimes I feel his kicks or punches or whatever he's doing in there in my low back. And now that he's dropped, I feel it a little bit more so in my low back. So doctor's appointments went from once a month to once every 2 weeks to now they are every week until baby boy is here. That's been really great. Like I said, I also started physio, which I am really excited for, because I didn't go to physio. They are a pelvic floor and birth specialist clinic, but they also are regular physiotherapists. So she's also going to help me with my back issues after birth, which is really exciting. She also gave me an assessment, did all the things that we needed to do to make sure that I could have a vaginal birth if I wanted. So that's what we're gonna try and do. We'll touch on this a little bit later, but my birth plan is very go with the flow. Things done, like preparing for baby. So the bassinet, we finally got the stroller. My sister-in-law was so gracious to bring that up and pick it up for us. Car seats in the car, we did that this weekend. Baby station is completely done and ready for when he gets here. Hospital bags are packed. I am super excited. The only things are like last minute, like pillows, toiletries that we use every single day. We've been meal prepping. We did a big Costco run a few weeks ago, so I've been preparing meals for the freezer for like that first week to 2 weeks back home with baby, so we don't have to think about meals. We can just grab one from the freezer, throw it in a pan and cook it. So that's been really great too. And I still need to make my playlist. I heard that they are very helpful during birth, and that's something I need to do. So there's that. All right, and let's get to the Q&A portion of this video. Will I breastfeed? Yes, I'm hoping to, but again, the next one is birth plan. I am very go with the flow at this point if breastfeeding isn't working. After we've seen a consultant or a specialist and all the things, exhausted all the options, bottle feeding is fine. If something's not working, change it and make it work. The only thing that matters is a fed baby is a healthy baby to me, and I would love to be able to breastfeed and pump and do all of the natural ways to do things with my baby, but at the end of the day, I just care that he's happy and healthy and safe. So, will I breastfeed? I hope so. If not, I'll be a little sad, but at the same time, again, healthy baby is a happy baby. Hard parts of pregnancy thus far. Honestly, I would say, ooh, this is another symptom. Pelvic girdle pain. That's been honestly the hardest part of pregnancy. My pelvis is so sore all the time. My physiotherapist has given me like a routine to do to help with it. My pelvis cracks when I get up to use the washroom throughout the night, and like the cracks are big and they're almost painful, but it does feel better after. And I guess the cracking is a good thing because I'm still getting the mobility, I guess, but they can be quite painful. Just moving certain ways. Some of the stretches I have to modify when I do like my stretch routine because of my back. Some of them I have to modify quite a lot or not do because the pelvic pain is so great. But yeah, working on that. How are you dealing with changes of your body? This was actually a concern that I had when I found out that I was pregnant, because I have had body dysmorphia in the past. I've had some EDs in the past, and I was quite worried about how I was going to take my bodily changes during pregnancy, but honestly, I've had no worries. I have come at this with such an open heart and such excitement that I've been taking them in stride. I love the look of me with a belly, knowing that I'm growing a human inside me. I love how my body looks pregnant. I've been extremely lucky not to have any swelling throughout this whole pregnancy. Like my feet, ankles, hands. I don't think my face has gotten much bigger, anything like that. So I've been extremely lucky on the swelling aspect of things. But again, I do stretches and, you know, I'm drinking a ton of water, eating quite well. I've actually been craving more healthy foods throughout this pregnancy. That actually, my first appointment, I don't know if I talked about this in the first trimester video, but my first 2 or 3 appointments, the doctors were actually a little concerned because my weight was going down, but I was just starting to crave healthy. I've been eating a ton of vegetables this entire pregnancy. I haven't really been, cookie dough I've been craving. Cookie dough. I had some candy cravings, but nothing that I would like mow down on. It was like a feeling for this every once in a while, and I would have like 2 starbursts. I've been had a healthy pregnancy except for the movement bit, just because of my back and not wanting to throw it out during pregnancy, or you know, being very careful going into labor. Okay, next, how big is he? I have no idea. The app that I have says he's probably around 7 to 7.5 pounds, but I have no idea. I haven't been keeping track of it. The doctors know. All I know is I'm measuring fantastically. My weight's been really good, and that's all I'm gonna take on that. Food cravings. I haven't really had a consistent craving. There are things that I crave randomly that I'm like, oh, I could really go for that. Ice cream. There was Starburst at one point. Reese's Puffs. Until I had a bite of Reese's Puffs. I guess they just sounded really good in my head. But throughout this third trimester, I've been obsessed with oranges. We got 2 big bags of oranges from Costco, and I have 1 left, and that was like 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. They're almost gone. So oranges this third trimester have been my thing. I've been loving oranges. And like I said, cookie dough. I don't know, at least they balance the not super healthy with the healthy. Obviously a very like a safe alternative. I looked up, you know, eggless, that kind of thing. I make very small batches so it's not sitting in the fridge for long. And I talked to my doctor about the ingredients that were in it. She said they were totally fine. So yeah, I have like a spoon, like a teaspoon or 2 of that whenever I'm craving it. And yeah, I'm also not worried about it. Like I said, my doctors think my weight is great. I'm not overindulging, so it's not a big deal to me. I'm just doing what feels right at this point until baby gets here. What am I looking forward to the most? Honestly, just meeting him. I am so excited to meet him, and so is Ty, and we are just so thankful that we get to have this experience of being parents and welcoming a little baby into the world, because we also know there are a lot of people who, wonderful, amazing human beings and couples that would be fantastic parents that will never get the chance. So we are super grateful and very excited to meet him. So have husband and I talked about post-birth, plan for support, food, feedings, etc. Yes. We have talked extensively about this, and it's always an ongoing conversation. He is all for what I want. He supports whatever decision I make 110%. You know, vaginal birth, if that ends up not working, that's fine. I'm okay to do a cesarean. I just want to have the experience to try a natural labor. And that was something I never thought that I would get the chance to do because of my back issues. So the fact that we've been working, you know, therapy and all of that jazz to do this, I'm very excited about. But I'm, again, very go with the flow. If something's not working, then make it work. At the end of the day, all I care about is me and baby safe, happy, and healthy at the end of this. And that's all I care about. Food and feedings. Like I said, I prepped food, talked about breastfeeding already, but support, other people who we're gonna have, that kind of thing. It's just gonna be the 2 of us unless something changes. If we are there in hospital for longer, we'll invite, you know, family and friends to come see baby and meet baby. But the labor and delivery process is just gonna be hubby and I. And we're really excited to have that experience together. There are some people in our life that are not happy about it, but at the end of the day, it's not about their experience with our birth, it's our experience. And this is also the first time we're meeting our baby boy, and we are just so excited about it. So we really want to have those few moments to ourselves and really intake all the information that we can get from the team that we're going to have, the lactation and, you know, breastfeeding specialists that they have, and, you know, learning and intaking as much information from knowledgeable, great people that we can. And we are very dead set on that. All right, just a few left. What trimester was the hardest? The first trimester was the hardest for me. I would say the third, just because the pelvic pain, but honestly, I'll take the pelvic pain over the first trimester. I don't know if you guys watched that video, but the first trimester was the hardest. The food aversions of like, not really aversions, but food cooking, like smells, got me. That cycle, if you watch that video, of, you know, being extremely hungry to like where I feel sick, I'm gonna pass out, to even eating a thing of yogurt made me feel like I was like at a buffet for 6 hours and I needed to throw up. Like, it was not a fun time. That cycle literally happened all day, every day, until the day of my second trimester starting. And it was terrible. It was so bad. Also, keeping the secret from everybody, I hated it. A lot of people had inklings, but I'm not a big drinker. We found out around Christmas, New Year's time. So nobody really caught on because of drinking. It was just people caught on to me not liking certain foods and stuff. We were at my in-laws actually, and we were doing breakfast, and my husband is one of 4, so they're a family of 6, and then all of us extras. So we're a big family, and everybody had bacon as part of their breakfast, and there was so much bacon being cooked in the morning. I literally used the excuse to go outside with our dog to like take in fresh air. It was freezing, but like I needed to get out of the house because the bacon smell almost made me vomit multiple times. But yeah, the first trimester was definitely the hardest. And last but not least, symptoms you didn't get and were surprised you didn't get. For me, swelling, because in the summertime I do tend to swell, and I haven't had any, again, knock on wood. What other symptoms? Morning sickness wasn't consistent. It was mostly I would eat something and it wouldn't settle right with me, and it was very sporadic, very random. It wasn't like an everyday, multiple times a day thing. It was, like I said, just very sporadic. I think those were the only 2. Yeah, I can't think of any other ones. So this video comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not going to be doing like a birth vlog or anything like that. I'll probably do a birth story video if anybody's interested in that, but I'm not going to be like filming myself in the hospital or anything like that. I'm not a professional at YouTube, but if you're interested, I can definitely do like a conclusion video or a postpartum birth story type thing. I can do baby essentials that we've used, so leave your ideas of videos or content you would like to see down below. Can see about doing a video about those things. But again, thank you so much for watching this video, following me on this crazy, amazing journey that's gonna soon be over and a new beginning starting, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.